Hello YouTube's Pizzscn here. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Apple aluminum keyboard. Oh no, he's doing a review. Better go get the popcorn because I'll be here for another half hour. Well, hopefully not this time. I'm trying something a little different today. My last video, which was a review on the iPad USB power adapter, that video was 19 minutes long, and at the end of that video I did try an experiment, and I put at the end of the video to post a comment if you watched the whole video. Nobody's posted a comment, which pretty much tells me that video was a little too long. So I'm trying something a little different here. I actually have my iPod set up. I'm giving myself 1 minute for each segment of this video. As you can see, I've already got 15 seconds left, so let's quit wasting some time here and get into this review. Alrighty, so before we actually get into this review, I would like to talk a bit about price. I find that is something very important to actually mention before starting a review. I haven't been doing that lately in my past reviews, but I think it's essential because you could fall in love with the product, and then when you hear the price, you're like, man, I don't want that. It's either too cheap or too expensive. This comes in 3 different versions. You can get it in this version, which is the wired version with the numeric keypad. This is going to run you about $40. There's another wired version that does not have the numeric keypad. It's just the keyboard and the arrow keys. I don't know how much it's going to cost you. I've never seen one in person, and I've never seen one in the store, so I'm going to guess around from $30 to $35 is probably what that's going to cost. And then there's a wireless one which only comes without this numeric trackpad here. That is going to cost you $70, which is a bit steep, so I'd recommend that, you know, maybe take a look at other stuff, but if you do like the way it looks and you want the Apple keyboard, I would go. Alrighty, taking a quick look around the product, you see here we've got a full QWERTY layout, which is fairly nice. We got some number keys up here and some Mac specific keys such as brightness up, down, expose, gadgets, and your media controls. Over here you've got some nice large arrow keys. Here you've got function, home, page up, page down, end, and delete. And over here you've got your number pad, which is obviously good for using that. As you can see, here's the front. Very slim, very thin form factor. Do like that a lot. If you take a look at the right side, you can see we actually have a USB port there, which is fairly nice. On the back, you see we've got this little foot here, which is what the USB ports are in, and it also provides a nice angle. And here's the cable that you plug into your computer. On the left side, we have another USB port, and there's another good look at the slim, thin form factor. And on the bottom, we got some glossy plastic with an Apple logo and some stuff and logos down there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into some size comparisons here. I've got actually another keyboard. This is a Dell keyboard. I think it's just the one that just comes with the computer, very generic. One thing I can tell you is that the Apple keyboard will literally sit inside of the Dell keyboard. That is how small the Dell Apple keyboard is. Obviously, you can't really tell that, by the way, on video because of the camera. But you can also see there's obviously a big difference in thickness, which is good. In most cases, I just dropped my iPod. That's not good. So, that's that. And I might actually shoot up some pictures here so you can see some thickness comparisons, like, I'll show it maybe with my iPod Touches, and maybe some iPod Nanos or something, just different thin things. So anyway, there you go. There's those. Now you have to go down with how big it is. Alrighty, so obviously one very important factor about this keyboard, since it is a keyboard, is how well is it to type on it? How nice is the typing experience? I think the typing experience is awesome. I personally have never used any keyboard that beats this. I think this, I like the chiclet design, first of all, and I also like how it's nice and spaced out, unlike a lot of other chiclet keyboards I've seen from like Dell and such, where they have these ramps on the keys and they're touching each other. This allows for easy typos and such, as you can see, and but if I press the very edge of a key here, I'm not even anywhere near that H key. So I mean, I'm on the very edge. I actually am touching the H key, but it's not going down. Alright, so definitely is a good design, good to help prevent typos, except for those stupid ones where you might push one key that's completely across the keyboard from the key you intended to press, which I do several times. But the typing experience is awesome. I love the tactile feedback and all that stuff. Alrighty, so build quality is also excellent. The fact that this is aluminum is very nice. You would think that since it's so thin, though, you'd think it'd be pretty flimsy. However, it is fairly hard to bend it. I am trying to bend it right now. It is slightly flexible. You probably could bend this out of shape if you try too hard. I wouldn't suggest that, but it is actually very hard to bend. And one thing I did notice when I was doing one of my previous reviews of this keyboard, that obviously I never uploaded because it's too long, but if I actually pan this up the screen, you can see that it looks like it's bending. That's just due to the nature of the lens. I think this camera has a very slight fisheye effect, and I think that's true with all cameras. So that's just the nature of the video. In real life, it's not actually bending, obviously. That's just due to a slight fisheye effect, but anyway. Here's another cool example of the engineering in here. I can press the very edge of this spacebar and the whole thing goes in evenly, which is awesome. Love that little bit of engineering. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into pros and cons. Let's start with cons. One con that I've seen people complaining about on the Apple website is the layout of the keyboard. They don't like it, but these are like people who program and stuff. They were complaining about the FN key location and the control location. They wish that they were swapped over or something. I don't know, but that's just for programmers, which most of you probably aren't. Something that I personally have a bit of a gripe about is the fact that the keys are a plastic and they do have a matte finish, which means that over time and as you use it, it will get shiny. You can see some of the less frequently used keys, such as the Z, are less shiny than, say, the A key, which is more frequently used. You can see that. So that is one thing. It will get shiny over use when it's being used, but I guess it just adds character, nothing too bad. You can see over here, I never use the number key, the number pad, and it is moving right along to the pros of this thing. There are several pros. Obviously the nice small thin form factor. I think that is excellent for a keyboard. Very impressive. I also like, again, the way the keys are laid out and how they're spaced out between each other. I think the keys are a nice size. I like the tactile feedback that they have to offer. I can type fairly quickly with this thing, so that is obviously nice. I do like that. I also like how quiet it is. It doesn't make a lot of noise, as that Dell keyboard makes several noises, but the only thing you really need to worry about, the spacebar is a little loud for my taste, but it's just nature of keyboards. Something else that I like about the keyboard is that how rigid it is. Since it's so thin, but it is aluminum, it is very sturdy. I do like that a lot. I also like the angle that it's at. I think it's a nice angle. Let's go ahead and get into the final verdict of the keyboard. I certainly do think it is a nice keyboard for the price. Again, I've already mentioned the prices at the beginning of the video. I definitely think it's worth it. Some people might think $50 for a keyboard. I do think this actually is $50, but if you get it from Best Buy, I think it's like $45 or something. But it might seem a little steep. I think it's personally completely worth it. Again, you're getting aluminum. It's a very nice, sturdy, solid. Really nice typing experience in my opinion. Just built correctly in my opinion. Some very nice engineering work went into this. I certainly do like that. And I certainly think it's good for both Mac and PC users. This wired version, the wired versions do work with PCs. The wireless versions do not work with XP. I do believe they work with Windows 7 and Windows Vista. So if you have any of those, you're in luck. If you have Windows XP, stick with the wired version. Alright, so anyway, that has been the review of the Apple wired keyboard. Oh wow. I have a lot of other stuff I'd like to say. Restricting myself with doing these limited segments is definitely a very interesting experience. I find that I cannot squeeze in enough information that I'd like to, but hopefully this video is a lot shorter than what they usually are. Again, had I not done this, we could already have a 20-minute long video, if not more, so that's certainly a good thing. It'll make things a lot easier on me for editing, but I do also want to show some pictures of stuff that, well, anyway. That is irrelevant. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Again, I would recommend this keyboard to anybody, Mac or PC user. I think it's excellent. And if you think that it is overpriced, you need to go to an Apple Store or Best Buy and try it for yourself. Definitely. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Adios.